NBA 2K family is going down. We got the builder information, MyPlayer for MyCareer, tons of details, brand new things, all covered right here. You're going to be able to customize your takeover. You're going to have max plus twos and cap breakers multiplied by 20, 15. It's pretty crazy what they got going on, and a lot of quality of life fixes as well. We're going to cover everything on this channel. I'm going to go into deep dives for each of these, but I just want to kind of do a roundabout to give you a feel of what to expect on the channel and how things are going to go. First and foremost, make sure you leave a like, comment, subscribe if you rock with me and you want more. I got you covered. But let's do it. All right, so you're watching today's deep dive where they had a quick trailer breaking down all the new mechanics and features. One of the biggest ones that you're watching right here is the actual max plus one, and then below that they have things like clutch gene. Clutch gene is just one of late game or tight situations. You're going to be able to get a max plus one basically, or tier 2 as well. But the rest of these, you guys know, max plus one basically takes your badges and upgrades them. And then there's the max plus 2, which does that double time. So it's basically a double buff. Blessing. I mean, I can't even lie, but this is going to get crazy this year. There's the takeover, the hot start, and then the clutch ones, which are situational in game. Hot start is when you start the game. The takeover is to buff your more setups there, and then the clutch, as I said earlier. But this is going to be one of the biggest upgrades for your player, and I'm curious to see how that works. Now, the second one that I want to touch on very quickly is the build specialization. This is very critical because this is basically just a quest line. Simple things to do: win 50 games, make a bunch of jump shots in the game. And then the biggest one for shooting is 2,000 3-pointers or mid-ranges, which you're going to do naturally. You can do it online or offline, was with confirmed. And there's only 9 different goals. These are just simple challenges, and all you got to do is just complete them. And as you can see, inside of each of them, you can get a cap breaker, you can get a max plus 2, and these are permanent. They're not seasonal or anything like that. These are going to be staying with you the whole time. So your build can go insane, and it's going to be outrageous. I absolutely love it, and I think it's going to be a fun time playing these and enjoying these as you go. Personally, I prefer all this stuff to be permanent, but that's a whole nother video. I'm assuming the max plus 2s are going to be in the season pass as usual, kind of giving you a reason to play that, do that. But this is a big plus, and we'll talk more and do a deep dive on how the specializations work. But basically, you can select for every character that you make a quest line that you want to unlock, and it'll allow you to basically max out something and really get the potential that you need for that build or that play style that you want. Personally, might go with something I don't need and just use it to help my weakest part of the game, or just create something really wizard that's real skillful. As you guys know, we go deep into these builders. I'll have a guide on that when the time comes, but we'll get into that separately in a deeper video as we go forward. But it's definitely an easy thing to do. Just hit 2,000 shots and you'll finish it, basically. Most of these are all shooting related, and then you go from there. That means maybe you have a great build that can't shoot that great, but you put this on, you're gonna go crazy with all the cool rewards. Now, I want to talk about cap breakers. They did something outrageous, and if you see the cap breakers here, you're gonna be like, what is that? What is all this? This is a lot to take in, I'm not gonna lie. And you're probably wondering, like, how does this work, and what do I don't understand it. And that's okay, don't worry, because I got you covered. I'm not going to go too deep into it because, again, I have separate videos. But when you look at this system right here, all that is happening is that if you have it in the high numbers in the 90s, you only get max plus 1. If you have it like in the 80s or something, it'll go max plus 2. But if you have low, like a 25, as you can see right here, you can get 15 plus, which is going to buff that up to 40, which is crazy. So this is a good thing, in my opinion. It's a big buff and it's very helpful, and it's going to probably take you to that next level if done properly. Again, cap breakers are an important part of the game, something that I personally love, and that I'm excited to see develop throughout the years. And of course, we'll have a guide about like cap breakers and how to do it, how to handle it, and all that good stuff. But just wanted to kind of showcase what exactly it means and how it's going to work. So you're going to use this throughout the year. There's ways to get cap breakers through the season as before. Hopefully more ways in game and not just through the season. I don't like going through the season pass, to be honest. That's just me. It's like, whatever, man. I'm playing in private pro-am half the time. So hopefully they got other ways, but this is a very good method to kind of buff up a build. I'm putting out a challenge right now for everybody to make unique builds. There's no reason you should be rocking the same kind of build. All right. Rebirth. This is crazy. They got a better system for rebirth. Basically, you're going to be able to get your badges all the way up to legend. If you make a new build, you get it to 95 or higher, you'll be able to get your builds maxed out automatically without having to grind them and go through the process. I don't mind this. I think this is good. Be able to just get on, make a new build and play with it right away. It is just a quality of life to make things easier. I mean, we're paying $100. There should be no reason why we don't get that, in my opinion. Maybe that's just me, but that's how I feel about it. But yeah, and then they have a couple of quick things that I want to note, and something really cool, which is the builder. Now you can actually do things like search for a specific player's animations. There's new systems for you to put on the exact requirements, which is another good feature. A lot of little details that you can do, and it's going to be a good time for that. Shout out to Zach Zimmerman, man. The dude is definitely a maestro in this builder, and I love it. So right here, if I search for Tyrese Halliburton, you're able to just find the exact animation, find out the requirements, and basically put it on. As you guys know, one of the biggest issues is making sure you have the right requirements for the animations you're looking for. So this is very good. The only problem is we don't know what animations are best yet, so we have to test them all and then go through the process either way. So it's still a grind, but it's good to have this quality of life feature where you can adjust and change things. And then they also made it so that some actual animations will get put on instead of you going with all default. Oh, that's cool, but I'm always going to put on my own animations. Now, this feature right here is going to be an interesting one. It's just a quality of life. You know, you really want a certain badge. You want, you know, maybe gold or Hall of Fame for a shooting badge or anything like that. You can actually make it so that when you start your build, you say, I want Hall of Fame on my threes. And then all of a sudden, it'll lock that in for you, taking up the attributes that it costs to have it. And so as you can see, this is an example of that. And then you fill out the rest of your build as you go. You can pin specific things that you want so that you won't lose that focus. How many times you made a build and you couldn't do that? Pretty good. They have this scouting report thing. I'm not that interested. It tells you what you're weak at. In the end of the day, you know what you're doing. Most people are going to make a build. They're like, I don't got a lot of defense. I don't got a lot of offense. Or I don't got a lot of, you know, finishing. I'm mostly a shooter. Well, this has the quick breakdown on that, and it looks pretty good. But these are some of the things that they basically showcase and confirmed now, and we have a chance to, you know, go hard in the paint with this. And I'm gonna go nuts for you, breaking all of this down in detail and then kind of showcasing the potential of what you're capable of doing going forward in the future when we get our hands on this. There's plenty to discuss about what is potential for your builds, your badges, all of it. So lock in. All right, make sure you like, subscribe, and comment if you rock with me. Now I'm gonna go turn it over so that I can talk about the brand new feature that's in the game for you to master. It should be popping up on your screen now. Make sure you check that out. See you in a minute. Be locked in, baby. I'm gonna break everything down for NBA 2K26. It's gonna be a great year for us. Let's do it.